come check it out. I'm all done. What do you think?
Honest?
Yes, of course.
I don't like it. I don't think it looks very good. I don't know what it is. Yeah, no. I don't like it, babe.
It is another chilly day here, but that's okay. I'm not gonna let that stop me from making any progress today. I will say though, it is actually supposed to be a lot warmer today than it was yesterday, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to actually working. And I've actually moved my tables out in front here because this gets more sunlight than the backside, and I don't want to freeze today. I was so cold yesterday, I froze all day, so it took me all night to defrost, and now I'm back at it again today, painting these cabinet doors. I was gonna say last night I went back into the house after I was done for the day and looked at my island, and I totally forgot to remove my island cabinets. Those were the only ones I didn't get to yesterday, so I'm gonna have to pull those ones out, bring them out here and paint those ones. That way I can actually start on the second coat of these cabinet doors. They have fully dried since yesterday, but there are some little spots here and there that need to get fixed. Plus, I was already planning on doing a second coat anyways, so hopefully today paint goes a little bit smoother than it did yesterday with the weather being a little bit nicer, and just hopefully I can get this done today. That's my plan. Wanted to mention as well, I am going to be a one-woman show today again. Anthony's back is still hurting him. I will say though, it is a lot better today than it was yesterday or even the day before that. It is getting better as the days go on. Like 2 days ago, Anthony was having even just the hardest time even just getting out of bed. But this morning he got up, he actually kind of walked around a little bit. He took care of the animals this morning. Just very little work. Just to kind of keep him moving. I told him, you know, I still think you need some time to rest your back. I don't want to put a lot of work on you and, you know, make you re-injure it and then you're down again for another few days. So I just told him, you know what, take it easy today. I still have lots of painting I need to get done. So I told him, don't worry, I'll take care of everything today. Just to give you guys kind of a glance of what I'm talking about, just you can kind of see the brush marks, and then there's little spots here that I just kind of missed with the brush. So I'm gonna have to touch these ones up. Definitely gonna need to do 2 coats on these cabinet doors. But they look so nice. I can't wait to get these installed. I know I keep saying that, but I just can't wait to see what it looks like and how it ties the kitchen and the living room together. It's gonna be my favorite, I think, addition to the kitchen. I moved my table over here so I could work in the sun, but of course it's behind the trees right here and I'm like totally in the shade. But that's okay, like I mentioned, it is not as cold today as it was yesterday, so I'm moving a little bit faster. But I got the second coat done on these cabinets here. I still have more inside the supply room that I need to finish, but they're looking so good. I can't wait till they dry and then I can really install them. I've mentioned it, but I want to see what it looks like in the inside of the house with these nice green trim. And then I do want to paint my drawers inside the house. I just don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that. So while I'm painting all of these cabinet doors, I'm kind of like in the back of my mind thinking about the drawers inside. I do want to paint them just because they do get filthy as well. Just, I will say they don't get as dirty, the drawers. They don't get as dirty as like the cabinets do. But I want to keep them all clean and I want to keep everything looking nice and looking good. And as you guys know, keep everything flowing right through the house. So while I'm finishing up the second coat on the rest of the cabinets, I'm gonna be thinking in my mind about the drawers, so when I go inside, I can get to work right away. Ah, there's the sun poking through there. Thank goodness. Now I won't freeze on the second batch of doors here while I'm painting these. Okay, all of the cabinets outside have gotten their second coat of paint. But like I mentioned, I can't believe I totally forgot to remove the cabinet doors off my island here. And part of the reason why I can't believe I forgot is because the island is like my most used counter space. You would think that would have been like the first one I pulled off, but didn't even think about it. Came in here last night, was making dinner, and I looked over and I was like, oh, I forgot the island cabinets, but that's okay. I can easily take care of that problem right now. What's going on? You guys wondering what I'm doing? Did you guys wonder what I'm doing? I'm on the last two. The two that I forgot all about.
Oh, the island one?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I wasn't thinking about it.
Taking a lot longer than you thought?
Yes. Honestly, guys, I thought all of this would be done and installed yesterday. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's all right.
I should know better. I should.
You should, because every time, oh, it won't take too long. It takes weeks.
Yeah, I
Like
probably even said it yesterday. Oh, it won't take me too long.
Yeah.
That was probably my famous words I said.
Another thing that's all right, my back's feeling a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look like you're moving around a lot better.
Yeah, I'm actually standing up straight instead of hunched over like this.
Yeah.
Which is good. So I'm keeping moving. Roxane's staying busy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't like sitting around.
I don't like it either. I've been so bored.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't want to get bored sitting around because you're sitting around.
Yeah, I've been so bored. But it's looking good, babe.
Yeah, thank you. I mean,
I've seen the other ones.
Yeah, can't you tell how nice these ones look?
Yeah.
They look like yesterday, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I will say, I think taping is like the longest process of this whole thing. And it's not even like I'm taping anything like super crazy. It's just, I want to make sure like the little corners, like they're really good, like in there and straight, because I don't really want to mess up the paint on this pane part as much as I can. I'm trying to like prevent a lot of the bleed through and stuff like that. I got the last two painted, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these inside the supply room so they can sit and dry. I will have to do a second coat on these ones, obviously, because I did not paint them yesterday. But I'm gonna actually go inside and start working on in there. I did forget to paint my Lazy Susan door. I didn't actually forget. It's not like my cabinet doors. It is easy to take off, but I don't really want to mess with it. So I was like, I'll paint this one inside the house. I don't want to forget it. So this is actually, guys, going to be a quick little sneak peek glimpse of what it's gonna look like. Definitely want to tape this one, and I'm actually gonna make sure I tape this one extra good because I do not want to get any of that green paint like on the actual like cabinets. Anthony made sure that he told me, he said, when you paint this one and paint this one, you make sure that you tape it and put a towel or something down underneath, because he knows me. He knows what a messy painter I am. Just by putting this blue tape in here, it like changed the whole feel of this little cabinet here. It's crazy. I know I mentioned it, I think when I first started painting and I put all the tape on, I was like, man, that blue color looks really nice. I mean, I kind of like it, but like I mentioned, I don't have anything blue in here, and I'm not really a huge fan of the blue color. I really like this green. It's like the perfect color for my house, at least I feel, because my house, like the goal and the whole like kind of theme, I guess you could say, that I have kind of going on in here is kind of like earthy, natural. That's kind of the vibe and the colors I'm kind of going for. So that green just really, I think, completes it, like makes it really feel like that, especially with like that brick wallpaper. It just looks so nice. So I'll mention it again. I know I've just been talking about this, but I'm so excited to put them in here, like the cabinet doors and stuff, and like see what it looks like with the green. And also too, Anthony and I do have some other little things we're going to be doing inside the kitchen here, so that's part of the reason why I'm painting these cabinet doors, because we have other plans that we want to do in here, and this is just the first step to really completing my kitchen. I know it's been complete, but there's been a couple little things I've been wanting to add here and there, so I'm so glad that I'm finally getting this done. I'm now ready to paint. I hope this goes well. So wish me luck, guys, that I don't make a big mess. I'm gonna be very careful. I'm always careful when I paint. I don't know why, very messy painter. Some people are like that, I guess. And that's just me. Okay, I got the first coat on this one, and I just want to say, guys, I think it looks so good with like my countertops and that green. Once I get rid of that blue, it'll look a lot different, but I think I like it. I think it's gonna look really, really good in here when all the cabinets are installed. I can officially say all of my cabinet doors are painted now. There are a few outside that I still need to do a second coat, and actually I just went out there and kind of checked up on them. They are taking a little bit longer to dry because it's a little cold outside. There was just a couple little spots that I missed and I didn't see it, so I'm gonna have to go back out there and kind of do a little bit of touch-up work before I can actually install these. So they're probably not gonna get installed today. It's probably gonna be one more day before I can actually see the final reveal of everything. But I did mention earlier in the video, I was kind of going back and forth in my mind with certain things that I need to do in here with painting. And I'm still kind of in a dilemma about it. I've been thinking about it. I've actually discussed some things with Anthony, and I'm trying to come up with a really good, you know, flow. I want everything to look good and match. So I want to ask you guys what you think I should do. So I do want, I wanted to do something with my drawers because they do get a little dirty. I will say, however, they do not get as dirty as my cabinets do. We just don't open the drawers as often, I guess, as the cabinets. I don't know. Plus, I actually haven't like cleaned these so much that I've rubbed the paint off. They actually still look very, very good. So I can either leave them just the way they are and have just the green trim, you know, on the cabinets, or I was thinking I could paint the whole entire drawer. That way this frame, the actual cabinet part, is still white. Or I thought maybe I'll just paint this top outside layer, you know, kind of make it like a border, you know, but leave this part of it white. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I don't know what's gonna look good. I don't want to do something that's not gonna look good. I don't know. I was talking to Anthony and I kind of asked him, well, what do you think? And he's a little worried, just like me, if I paint the whole drawer green and with the cabinets, he just thinks that's gonna be a little bit too much in here. Or maybe just kind of look a little off because I painted the frames of the doors, you know, and not the actual like face, you know, the actual cabinet. I just painted the trim. So I don't know. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, or maybe some of the ideas I've come up with, you guys think, oh no, go for it, paint it green, you know, do this, I think it's gonna look great. Comment below, let me know what you think. I know it is a little hard to kind of figure out what I should do because the cabinets are not in here right now. So I could wait possibly until I get the cabinets back inside, and then once the cabinets are up and I actually can like look at the drawers and stuff, and that'll at least eliminate if I want to just leave them white. So I don't know, you know, I don't want to rush to a decision and find that I don't like it. So I'm gonna let it stew for a little while, see what you guys have to say about it, and I'll come back to it. We are back at it again today, guys, and my ultimate goal today is to actually finish and install the rest of these cabinet doors. I did finish painting the one inside. I actually did get the second coat on there. It's actually drying right now, so I'm just gonna leave it be for now, and hopefully by the end of what I'm doing outside here, once that's complete, the inside will be dried, and then I can like put the cabinets in and like see what it all looks like. I've been waiting and waiting patiently to install these cabinet doors. I'll tell you what, guys, if I would have known it was gonna take me this long to paint the cabinet doors, I might have like come up with a little bit of a different plan to do these. But in my mind, I guess I was thinking it was only gonna take me, oh, it'll just take a day, maybe 2 days to finish. But it's taken me quite a few days. So I'm ready to get this stuff going. I'm ready to finish this project so we can move on. I already brought out some of my cabinet doors that one didn't get the second coat because there was those two that I had on the island that I only did one coat on them yesterday. And so I pulled those ones back out and I got everything ready and prepped to go. It is supposed to be a lot nicer day today than it has been, but I do have a little confession I need to make to you guys. The first day I actually painted these cabinets, I mentioned it on that video that it was actually a really, really cold day that day. It did end up getting a little bit warmer as the day was going on, and I know you guys commented in that video, and I was fully aware of it when I actually started painting, that it's not really good to paint when it's that cold outside. I did happen to leave my paint outside that like night before I actually painted, so my paint ended up getting a little bit frozen. It was just really cold, so my paint was really, really hard to work with. And like I mentioned, I knew that when I first started painting that day that you know, it was gonna be a little bit of a challenge for me, but I just thought, you know, it's okay. I'll go back out there. you know, when it warms back up, and I'll just fix whatever little, you know, mistakes whatever little mishaps happen because of the paint being so cold. But it's a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. I'll show you guys just one cabinet here. My paint just is flaking off, and it's all of the cabinets that I did. It's basically all of my top cabinets, because those were the first ones I painted that day. You know, opened the can of paint, seen it was a little frozen. It wasn't frozen, but it had like icicles in it. So I mixed it up really good. It kind of was a little bit thicker than like I'd like it to be, but I was like, that's okay, it'll work. But as I was painting and as it starts drying, it was like creating these little like bubble flakes. So I've had to like go through and kind of knock off some of these flaky, like, look, I mean, it's just, you know. So I know I shouldn't have done that, but I was just so amped up and so excited to paint. I've been waiting to do this project now for a couple of months. It's been on my mind of something that I wanted to complete in the inside of the house, and I've seen that opportunity to get it done. You know, Anthony's back and he was down, and you know, it's just a nice little, it was supposed to be just a nice little mellow project for me to do and just change the feel of the inside of the house, and it ended up being so cold, and just the paint wasn't working with me, and just it was a mess. But I'm actually going to be fixing these cabinets today. Hopefully get these looking, you know, right. So I want to paint these ones first, the ones that have like the chips and stuff in those. That way while these ones are drying, I can work on the second coat of the ones that need the second coat. And then hopefully by the time, this is my plan, guys, hopefully by the time I'm done painting these, I can start installing the ones that are good. I do have a couple cabinets that I did paint that are good. Like, they didn't bubble, they look really nice, they turned out good. It was a little bit warmer outside. Some of those I painted the day after when it started warming up more. So, but I'm ready to get this going. I'm tired of looking at my kitchen the way it is. It's driving me crazy. Every morning I wake up, I tell Anthony I have to finish those cabinets. I'm sick of looking at my kitchen. So I grabbed like a little like scrubby sponge pad thing, just so I can kind of, I just want to wipe it across here to kind of knock off some of those flakes. Just give it a little smoother surface to kind of fix these little flakes that are coming off. Man, I think this one's the worst. This was like, I think the second cabinet door I painted. I think this is the second one I painted, and this one's the first one I painted. So these two are like the worst, because that was when it was like the absolute coldest. All done. I scraped off all the flaky pieces and got just basically just the paint that needs to get touched up. It's nice and smooth now because I used a little scrubby brush. I will say they look like old and wore out cabinets. This one's really bad. Look at this, guys. That one like almost took off all the paint off this cabinet door. It's pretty bad. And I think this one's probably the second worst one. Like, the whole top of this cabinet just did not stick. But that's okay. I got it all ready to go. So hopefully now that I did that, these cabinets will look so much better than they look right now, because I'll tell you what, guys, I wasn't going to put these in the house with the way it was looking. I mean, you seen, I just scrubbed it with a brush and all the paint chipped off. I can only imagine if I was cleaning my cabinets how bad they would get over time as I clean. So I'm glad I'm fixing this problem now. I'm trying to avoid having to sand these all down and start all over again, because that's going to take even longer to do. Plus it's going to sand, if I do sand, it's going to end up sanding down almost to the wood and get rid of all that white paint that's on here. And this paint, original paint that's on here, it's a cabinet paint, but it's a paint plus primer. So it's kind of like a all-in-one paint there. And I'd have to sand these down, primer them, and then repaint them. It just would take me a little bit longer. Now, if this doesn't work, okay, if this does not work out, and it just ends up being such a headache for me, I'm gonna have to do something like that. say this, guys. Today is such a beautiful day outside that actually my paint is drying very fast. This is like a fast drying paint. It says like 30 minutes to dry, and it's true to its word. And I'm sure part of it's because it's so nice, and I'm like sitting right here in the sun. So I was able to actually finish the second coat on some of those little mess up areas where the paint chipped away, and I think it looks really good. I think you know, it meshes well, it kind of covers it all up. So I think I'm gonna be okay with not having to sand the whole thing down and start all over again, which I am so glad, because that was a worry of mine the entire time I was painting. I was like, please, please just work out good for me, because I really don't want to have to redo these. This project's already taking longer than I thought, so I'm so glad. I'm actually gonna put these off to the side for right now. They are fairly dry, but I don't want to install all the cabinets yet until all of them are ready. So I'm gonna pull out the other ones, do the second coat, and then we should be good to go. This one here is in, I think, the worst shape of all. I was doing the sponge, and I was just trying to wipe off all the chips and stuff like that, just like I did on all the other ones, but this one, it just keeps just stripping down and down and down.
Told you might need to sand it.
Yeah, so this one, I
can go find the sander somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna either need to sand it, or I can just keep using the scrub brush and keep scrubbing it. It's a lot of work. But I mean, I could just take it off with my finger. It's bad, this one. I'll say this was the last door I attempted to paint that day, and the sun was going down and it was getting really cold out.
I know, that paint got too cold.
Yeah, this was the last one I attempted. And this is actually what made me stop working, because I started to do this one. I was like, oh my gosh, this one's...
Well, it's an easy fix, quite honestly. It's just a little sanding.
Yeah, and actually, I'm kind of glad that I have to sand it down and actually like fix it, because this is such a big door, you know?
Well, you want everything to look nice.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I looked at the other cabinets, they look nice.
Yeah, no, they all turned out very nicely. Those ones are all ready to be installed.
Just one left.
I know.
Let's see if we can find the sander.
All right. I will say Anthony's back is doing so much better. He's actually been moving around a lot more. We did go into town and stuff yesterday, and he walked around, and I think he's on the mend now.
Yeah, I'm on the mend. It hurts when I wake up, but other than that, it's not too bad.
Yeah, so he's been doing little things around here today. Nothing too crazy. I'm not letting him go nuts right now.
No, not yet.
Yeah, but he's been doing stuff, hanging out, so he decided to come around here, I guess, and give me a hand. It's been a while since I've sanded anything. I think the last time I sanded something was when we sealed and stuffed the back deck there, so it's been a minute. I'm going to try really hard not to sand like the white paint, because like I mentioned before, this is like a primer paint, so I'm going to try my best to basically just get all this green paint off of it for now. I'll flip that up. I don't want to catch that on the sandpaper. So hopefully, guys, I can do this nice. That's the plan. I got it all sanded down. There was obviously like it soaked into the paint, you know, on the white. And then I did kind of, there's only a little bit of spots where you can kind of see the wood underneath the white paint. I sanded it down. And it's mainly just on this little lip part. I'm looking. I didn't really sand too much of the white off the top, so that's good. I'm actually very impressed with how I sanded this down. So now that is done, I am ready to get at least the first coat on, get this painted, because guys, I'm this close to getting these doors installed. I'm so excited. decided he was gonna install these for me.
Well, you've been working a lot.
Yeah,
I've been doing nothing.
I will say I'm kind of glad he is, because when I was taking them out, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, man, to install these is gonna be a little rough by myself.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So,
I don't mind.
Yep, but they're all done. Everything's dried. I had to go back and do a little bit of touch-up stuff here and there. Probably after they get installed, I'll have to do a little bit of touch-up as well.
Yep.
So.
As long as they set the handles.
Look, guys, he's got one in. I still have the tape on there. I'm gonna remove that when he gets it all done and installed. But it looks so nice so far. And
well, you can't see my plates no more.
yeah, now I can't see what's in there. I've mentioned it earlier, but man, it's been driving me nuts. I've been just complaining about it every day. It's been an eyesore for me. So. Does that bring back memories for you?
Oh yeah. Doing this the first time.
Yeah.
We were so happy and excited, just like we are now, to put these doors on, because it's the first time we ever built a kitchen and put cabinets up, and we're like,
yeah.
yay.
And it was our first real kitchen. We had it in two years, I think it was, at that point.
Oh yeah, over 2 years. Everything else was black stone and barbecue pits and
crazy tables.
Crazy tables. I forgot I had to drill these holes, huh?
Mm-hmm. They're all done. And I will say, guys, it looks a little retro in there. But I do really, really like it. I think with like the stainless steel handles and the green that matches the living room, it just really ties both rooms together. As I've mentioned before, Anthony and I do have other plans to do inside the kitchen to kind of like really complete it. After putting in the cabinet doors and kind of like looking at the drawers, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and paint them. I think it just right now it does not look like it's complete. I just feel like it's missing something. So I think I'm gonna paint those drawers. I'm not gonna do that right now because it's just taking me so long to get these cabinets up. But I do love it. I think it really cleans it up in there, especially because my cabinet doors were pretty filthy. So it cleans it, makes them look really nice. I think, like I mentioned, it ties both rooms together. So all in all, I think this was a successful little project that I did, even though it took me a couple of days, but it was definitely worth the work. Ah, come check it out. I'm all done. What do you think?
Honest?
Yes, of course.
I don't like it. I don't think it looks very good. I don't know what it is. Yeah, no. I don't like it, babe.